This is your hangboard warm-up with deep core and pelvic floor. Since we are putting an intention on warming up both our connection to our deep core and our pelvic floor, we need to make sure that we are in a stacked position when we're on the hangboard. I want you to choose holds that are not difficult for you. Be honest with yourself. It doesn't matter the size of the hold that you use for this. We are simply looking for some gentle loading of the fingers to warm them up while we are using our breath and body position to also reconnect, warm up, and strengthen our deep core and our pelvic floor. When you're getting set up for this, you're going to want to make sure that you are either able to really support yourself on the ground, or you need to stack up some weight plates, get a stool, a bench, whatever it is, so you don't have to hang your full body weight. It is okay if you are at that point, but a lot of times we don't need our full body weight, especially during a warm-up. The next thing we want to make sure we do is brush the holds, okay? Brush your hangboard, y'all. Don't get on the greasy one at the gym that hasn't been brushed in a while, and even your one at home, it's probably greasy too. So brush the holds that you're getting ready to use. Next, we're going to get established in our stacked position. Remember, to do this, your heels need to be slightly forward of your waist and your hips. We don't want our heels behind our waist and hips. That's going to put our pelvis into a little bit more of that anterior pelvic tilt. When I'm getting set up here, I have my weight plates that I'm using a little bit forward of the hangboard. That's going to make sure that when I go to do my hang, I'm able to get my heels a little bit forward in front of my hips. First, I'm going to go through how to get into the stacked position, and then I'll walk you through exactly how the warm-up goes. I'm going to choose my hold. I've got one that's pretty big. I am going to weight my fingers about 20%, so barely any weight on them right now, and I'm going to walk my feet slightly forward. From here, first thing I'm going to do is get a long exhale. I want to feel my ribs melt down and my deep core come up. The next thing I want to do is check on the position of my pelvis. I don't want to feel like my butt is sticking way out, and I also shouldn't feel like it is really pushing me forward or tucked underneath me. Okay, so we want to just kind of find that very gentle middle ground. And again, you're still really kind of just standing up on your feet right here. Next, we'll start to weight your fingers. So right now, I'm at about 20% on my fingers, so then I can kind of fully weight the fingers. And now I'll walk you through exactly what you're going to do for the timing of the warm-up. This is a really easy timing scheme. You don't need a timer for it. You can definitely do it in your head. It is so easy you can't forget it, which is exactly what you need. You're going to weight your fingers for 1 second, and then you are going to rest for 1 second, or a count of 1. It's okay if it's not exactly 1 second. And then you are going to load for a count of 2, rest for a count of 2. Then we'll go 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and then we're going to go back down. Then you'll go for 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going to look like this. So I'm going to get set up first in that stacked position. Now I'm going to weight 1, shake 1, weight 1, 2, shake 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I would go back down with 4, 3, 2, 1. This is where it starts to get a little more complicated, but not too complicated, so just hang with me. When we are doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down 4, 3, 2, 1, we're in the stacked position. We're loading the fingers. The next part is that you are going to get a pelvic floor contraction and a deep core lift during each one of those loading timings. So during 1, you're going to lift pelvic floor, deep core for 1. As you shake out, you need to relax for 1. And then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to lift pelvic floor and deep core for 1, 2, and then you're going to totally relax both of them for 1, 2. We're going to do that all the way up to 5 and then come back down. So let's say I'd already done number 1 and 2, and here I go to number 3. So I would 1, 2, 3, and this whole time right here, I am lifting my pelvic floor, getting a deep core contraction, also loading the fingers, and then I'm going to let everything go. 1, 2, 3. So I should be able to feel my pelvic floor relax right here, my deep core have a little bit of give in it. I don't need to be holding it tight. the entire time. Then I would do it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then making sure I can really relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add one more layer in here, and this is what makes it really good. You are going to do 2 sets of this. The first set is going to be long duration pelvic floor holds. Okay, so you're going to lift the pelvic floor for 1, let it go for 1, lift for 2, let it go for 2, all the way up to 5, and then you're going to go back down the ladder. During the second set, you are going to do quick repetitive lifts of your pelvic floor. So instead of holding the pelvic floor, you are going to lift for 1, let go for 1, and then you're going to lift for 2, but you're going to relax in between and then fully let go for 2. And you'll do the same thing all the way up to 5 and then coming back down. So let's say I'd already done 1 and 2. So here I'm going to do my quick lifts. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Then I would go to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to make sure I relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 5, and then you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all said and done here. What you have done is warmed up your fingers, your deep core, and your pelvic floor. We've done it in a stacked position. We've done it in a way that is a really nice progressive loading scheme on the fingers, and we're also neurologically repatterning everything so that when we go to pull down, load, weight our fingers, we're getting that really nice response from our deep core and our pelvic floor. Please, please make sure that you are able to feel your pelvic floor completely relax when we are doing our shakeouts. It shouldn't feel like there's just nothing changing. You need to feel that complete relax while you're doing the shakeouts, and you also want to be able to feel relaxing between the quick lifts. So when you do that 1, 2, it should feel like you can lift all the way up and then let go, lift all the way up and then let go. All right, so that is your deep core and pelvic floor warm up for your hangboard.